The government's first responsibility is to protect the nation's citizens. And since artists are a part of the citizens, not regretting the rise of AI-generated arts is violating the government's duty and responsibility. So therefore, since it's the government's first responsibility to protect its citizens, we should regret the rise of AI-generated arts. Now I will move on to my second argument, society weakened. Like I mentioned in my first argument, AI collects information from previous arts and combines them into another art. Because of this, AI can make the same mistakes like the artist. If AI gets more and more developed as time goes on, this could lead to a circumstance where everyone has the same thoughts and opinions. This is not a good society for citizens. Also, artists inspired countless people of the society with their masterpieces, but art generated by AI won't have the exact same effect as this, since it gets repetitive. For example, if you saw an art piece about inequality and you were inspired by how the artist expressed the topic, will you feel inspired if you saw another piece that only has different colors? Will you be inspired by this too? Probably not. Therefore, since art generated by AI leads to society weaken, we should follow this motion. At the end of the day, the government strongly wants you to think about what the problem is in the status quo. The society is relying on artificial intelligence as more as it gets developed. Artificial intelligence is taking away countless jobs, such as cashiers and announcers. But the government team believes that AI can never take away certain jobs because they lack the abilities humans have, such as emotions and expressions. But some people are saying that they can take away these jobs. We do not think that this is true. So because of these reasons, first, the art is right, and second, the society weakened, the government team is very proud to propose this motion. And thank you for listening to my speech.
All right, thank you for your speech. May we please have the first speaker from the opposition team. Here.
May I start? My speech starts in 3, 2, 1. Judge, I want to rebut to the previous speaker before my speech starts. Government has strongly stated that AI use and refer the other artist's art. Yes, AI sometimes use the art of other artists or the other art in the press. However, it is not only a matter of the AI. Nowadays, there are lots of other humans who also use and refer to other artists' art or the music. Thus, we don't think it's only the artist, only the AI's matter of referring or copying the other's job, and it is also still it is maintaining in our life, so it doesn't matter for our motion. And second, they also stated that it would taking away the job that already humans have. However, it doesn't hold any water. Yes, there could be some jobs that taken away by the AI if this motion passes. However, there are also the jobs that could be made if this motion passes. Not passes. This motion passes. If this motion not passes, and there should be a job that like the programmer or some jobs about the AIs, so we don't think they are taking away the job, but they are making the jobs. Judge, we are living in a convenient world where in the future, AI will be our close friends and we have to live with it the rest of our lives. The government team has to remember the advantages when following the motion opposed to their stance. Our burdens to prove in this way is first, using AI-generated arts increase employment and convenience. And second, not passing this motion would benefit the future. To prove our burdens in tonight's debate, we will give you two fellow arguments. First, it will benefit the stakeholders, and finally, it will make the better future. Our first argument, and first we Our first argument would be the benefit for the stakeholders. Our first reason for our argument is that it would be higher employment if we have AI generated art. Artists used to draw their paintings by their own. However, there has been a decrease to it. In order to increase it, if we thought of the AI paintings, AIs need to reverse from other human paintings. These human paintings can be drawn by the artist. Artists even earn more money by the copyright money they get from the programmers. Moreover, AI-generated art may replace some artists. However, these artists can still have their job because they will draw their paintings and get much more money. Our second reason to support our first argument is that AI-generated art could benefit more to the subject of art. AI's ultimate goal is to give up people more efficient, and in this motion, it maintains the fact of giving the art the benefit. The consumers will be able to see more drawings by diverse things such as searching internet as AI technology rise. If consumers see a variety of AI-generated arts, they will be experiencing diverse arts and works. People who like arts will be able to imagine their own arts and further get inspiration by AI-generated art. Moreover, even people who didn't have any interest in art could also meet it and try to search more about it. As AI-generated art rise and they see it more and more in their internet. Thus, by the rise of AI-generated arts, we can make people to be more interested in art and finally benefit the future of the art. Thus, we are not proud to not stand on the motion.
Thank you for your speech. All right, may I welcome the second speaker of the proposition to the podium.
My speech will start in 3, 2, 1. Mr. Madam Speaker, do you know how AI's mechanisms work? They collect the data from the internet, which is data from a different source and a different owner. So this exactly proves that AI cannot make up a new piece of art, but rather combine the previous ones that are known. In the status quo, as the technology of AI is rapidly advancing, many of the individuals use these programs for their conveniency. Writings, songs, lyrics, pictures, they can all be necessarily generated by AI. However, this is becoming a severe problem because it affects one's right and the whole society. I believe there is a strong responsibility for the government to support all rights and to protect the development of society. I am the Deputy Prime Minister of the government team, and I will deliver rebuttals in our team's last argument. Our team believes that the main point of this debate is to lead a fair and developing society. So directly moving on to my rebuttals, the leader of the opposition claimed that AI isn't the only one who are making mistakes. So our arguments do not stand, but this is not actually important. The different point of view of a person and AI is severe. So when people use others' artwork, we can surely give them an accurate punishment. But when we look at AI, their mechanism is always the same. And we cannot always sorry. It's called the company for. Also, she claimed that people get inspired by many AI artworks, but I believe the opposition team didn't understand. Inspired doesn't mean that you develop the artwork, but you can make the same mistakes. Moving on to our last argument, limit of creativity.
So as I mentioned before, the system of AI creation is always the same, using previously known data. This is the exact evidence that AI cannot contribute in making up new ideas and artwork. This leads to the limit of creativity, as our Prime Minister proclaimed before. The same mistake keep happening. Two wrongs do not make a right, and the exaggeration will go on. New inventions are made by an outside person, a person with new ideas. But let's take a look at the society with AI artworks. AIs will get the most credit without mentioning all artworks that were searched when it was made. This affects also the job loss of new creators, because after AI models turn out to be the new generator, as the copyright did not mostly go to the artists. So the famous ones get to be the AI and the commander. Due to these reasons, the artists in our society will decrease eventually, and the opportunities for rising future will follow. I believe that with the opposition's arguments, this problem cannot be solved. Our team strongly states that our society is more beneficial. Thank you.
Ms. Young, for your speech. May I please call the second speaker of the opposition to the podium?
The timer will start in 3, 2, 1. The government team has stated that AI can make the same mistakes and misunderstandings as human, and they have held up an example of inequality. However, because AIs are made of humans, and because human-made AIs, there can be mistakes and there can be misunderstandings. Because human-made AI, human can fix those problems that AI made. Also, they have mentioned that everyone will have the same thought. However, in this case, even though people have same thoughts, they have difference with expressing the same thought. And expressing the same thought will make a better society. Expressing the same thought differently will make a better society. More creativity too. Also, the Deputy Prime Minister has stated that there will be a limit of creativity, and the AIs will only exaggerate about the people's work and art, and there will be a lot less job and people will not get copyrights. However, we want to insist that people will get copyrights in our world. And it is obvious that AIs will be combining people's artwork, because AI, human-made AI, as I said, AI will be evaluating about the people's artwork and evaluating to their own artwork too. Now moving into our second argument is that the future will get more benefit. Our first reason is that we will be preparing for AI's future if the motion does not pass. Currently, AI is developing rapidly. A few years ago, a lot of people talked about kiosks. Kiosk is used for ordering menus, and it is used a lot in cafeterias or restaurants. Young generations didn't have hard using these after a few moments of usage. However, these old generations have problems, and these kinds of problems will occur a lot in the future. To prevent this, we can use AI-generated arts. Yes, it might cause some problems, like the opposition team has said, the government team has said. However, ultimately, in the future, it will be helpful for the AI developing. Even if there are some problems, we can gradually fix the problems, like I mentioned in my rebuttal, since it is the matter of AI that we could fix by our own. Humans made AI. For example, since old generations have been arguing kiosk is hard to use, the society has tried to solve their problems and teach old people, the old generations, the method. And we want to insist that the AI-generated artwork is one of the methods. Judge, art is one of the best ways to teach people AI. People can gain joy by just seeing it, and art's generation by AI just come out when we search. By looking at these arts generated by AIs, people can gain joy and thus have more curiosity of AI and learn about AI too. Our second reason is that AI will develop more if the motion does not pass. As more people use AIs and use AIs to draw pictures, there are further chance for people to find the error of the AIs, making it to develop more and more. For example, if one AI brings wrong picture or have no picture to borrow from, the designer or programmer can get the complaint and develop the AI. Then it will be benefiting and developing the future that AIs are very important. Once we have gave up power and technology to AIs to draw, we should develop the AIs, not just giving up them. One by one, we will face a more advanced, more developed world and a world with better technology, and thus, by not passing this motion, it will provide a better chance for AIs to develop. While passing this motion, AIs develop will get slower, and our countries will get behind the other countries, which AI technology are developing rapidly. Judge, I don't want Korea getting behind current society, and that is why we should pass this motion. She should not pass this motion tonight. If the motion passes, it will be thinking that AI is bad and it will make a social norm and people will avoid AIs and it will cause a stereotype. Thus, the motion must not stand.
All right, thank you for your speech.
Can you just give me
All right, please approach the podium.
Okay, so my speech starts in 3, 2, 1. So, Judge, as AI technology is maintaining its radically rising graph, voice worrying about the unpredictable side effects that will occur by this issue is also getting louder. Since AI is made to increase the quality and convenience of the individual's daily lives, AI contains a lot of skills which can help the individual's daily lives to be more convenient. However, since the government and the company lack of observation on the AI, still there are many situations where many people are being damaged by AI, such as copyrights. Even though the effort of this issue is getting tighter in this debate, the two teams, government and opposition, are starting their arguments under the motion which regrets the rise of art generated by AI. And Madam Chair and fellow judges, my rules to the government whip will emphasize double clashes and explain why we had already won this debate. Directly moving on to my first clashes. My first clash points lifts the main question in this debate. Can we accept AI as an artist? Mr. Speaker, we have totally triple reasons here. A, the artist received damage, such as damage in copyrights. B, the AI commonly makes mistakes. And lastly, C, should guarantee every individual's rights. So first of all, we want to emphasize the main stakeholder in this debate, the artist's rights. Since AI collects resources from the internet platforms, it is a natural phenomenon that AI contains misinformation and some resources that violates the copyrights of the artist. Regarding to these points, artists will be automatically violated their copyrights on their ability in art. Furthermore, over mentioned in the first reason, we want to emphasize that there are tons of resources that totally violates the copyrights of the artist. Since it is hard even for humans to know the right and fake in the internet, I think we should pass the motion. Therefore, I think our argument will be more logical. Now I'll move on to my last clashes, which will explain why the opposition team already failed to establish their society. I'm sure that the two teams are both willing to establish a developing society, and the opposition team stated the reasons here, as there will be no matter with AI's artwork, because still many people violate the copyrights of artists, and not all information in the internet isn't false. And lastly, there are more benefits in this part. We have totally triple rebuttals here. A, we are doing the motion to stop even AIs doing this action. B, there are more fake news in the internet. see, and there will be not many benefits in this motion. So therefore, I think our arguments have been more logical, and thanks for listening to my speech, and I want you to stand in our government team.
Alright, thank you for your speech. May I please have the third speaker from the opposition team?
I have to start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Judge, AIs are going to be our future and we need to adopt to it. If we pass the motion, we'll be making the motion as a social norm and we'll be letting go of so much advantages that happen and will happen. The government team has to remember the 3 arguments we have proposed and the points we will state later on in order to make a better future. Before going to our clashes, we would like to rebut a few things before going into the clashes. First, staff stated that the artist's rights will not be kept by the AIs in our world. However, for our world, we're going to make the artists get the copyright money for their drawing, as we will explain more onto our clashes. They've also stated that they have put an example of the AIs only changes colors of the artist's drawing and will not make inspiration. However, this is a very imaginary example that we will prove for many reasons. AIs will not just only change the color, but also the shapes and other things will also change as well when they make the drawings. They've also stated that they have mentioned that AI will only copy and the artist won't get any copyrights. But AIs will not just copy, but evaluate by putting their own imaginary into that drawing as well. Going to our clashes, our first clash is the artist's right. Will the non-follow of the motion not allow the artist's rights be kept? The government team has stated that artists will only change the color of the artist's drawings. However, as we have stated earlier, the AIs won't only change the color, but also the shapes and other things as well based on the drawing. Also, we have stated that in our world, the artists can get the copyright by the AIs since they use those drawings for their own drawings. They will get their rights kept. The artists will even get more money and still get their jobs of being the artist, and rights will still be kept. Going to our second clash is, the future of the art will be benefited by the AI's generate art? The answer is a firm yes. The government team has strongly claimed that AIs are just using and copying the other's art, and it will not help the creation of the new idea. Judge, AI will not just copy the ideas of the artist. Yes, they are referring to others' idea. However, unlike other humans, AIs never just copy it. They evaluate and develop the ideas much more. Moreover, AIs isn't always copying. They also make new arts by their own. Thus, we could not see AIs as just copying, and it does not help the creation of, and it helps the creation of a new idea. Moreover, as we have stated, AI generation is also helping people and consumers to get more interest on art. Now finally, going to our third clash is the inspiration. Will AIs give inspiration to the people and humans? We would like to remind you that AIs will not only use everything from the internet and from the artist, they will still make many aspects on their own of the drawing. They are made by humans. Moreover, the people will get some kind of inspiration because the drawing is new. It is not the same thing that have copied from the internet. There are new aspects in the drawing that can be made, and the AIs will make it. Judge, the government teams is limiting the benefits of the AI generated art and the benefits that happen in the future world. They have to understand the benefits that can happen in the future world and the inspiration and the preparation we need for the future world of AIs. Thus, to make a better and bright future out of their stance, the motion must not stand.
Right, thank you for your speech. So please have the reply speaker from the opposition team. Candy, come here.
timer starts in 3, 2, 1. Before I begin my speech, I would like to clarify the meaning and the motive of the motion. Adjudicator, the purpose and the reason of this motion is to develop and make a better country. However, government's world is making a world behind from development from other countries. Let me tell you what will happen if the motion passes in progress. A. Not many people will use AIs. B. The development of AIs will get slower. C. Other countries will develop their own AIs. D. Our country will fall behind than any other countries. Furthermore, because government did not define about a particular country that they will pass this motion in, we would think that particular country is South Korea. To move on to my speech, I would like to introduce central issues of tonight's speech. Firstly, humans use previous art too. Do you know that how artists get inspired when they are making art? It is usually getting some inspiration from the previous art someone else has drawn. AIs too get inspired about seeing others' art, and they create their own art based on them. How can a human look at a previous art different from AIs? They did not claim anything about them, thus their logic does not stand, and their logic is just nonsense. Secondly, AIs can give inspiration too. Do you remember a few years ago on an AI award, the first place in an arts competition, judges got inspired by the picture of AI and gave an award to the AI drawing. Also, the judging points were creativity, use of color, and many others. Government falsely stated that AIs cannot have imagination and creativity. However, it makes no sense, and it is just true false news. Judge, please do not listen to government who is stating the false. And thirdly, about the new policy. If the motion does not pass and do not get applied, the new kind of policies will be made in such the copyright for AI's pictures. Judge, isn't it so sure? Judge, please do not think that we will not make any policy when we rebut to the motion, but we will make one. I cannot understand why government say the copyright is not insured, because it is not true. Lastly, and firstly, about the false thing on internet, I want to clarify that even by passing the motion, it solves nothing. Fake things have been online for thousands of years, and it cannot suddenly be changed for this little policy we are applying right now. It will only be losing all the advantages of AIs because of the fake advantage they claim. Just government has claimed that humans copy others, but AI shouldn't. This is too suspicious, and we should not pass this motion. Thus, I'm so proud to oppose.
For your speech, and please have the slide speaker from the proper team.
Judge, can I start? My speech will start in 3, 2, 1. This House regrets the rise of art generated by AI. We strongly agree on this motion, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, I want you to know the main stakeholder in this debate is the artist, and I want you to know that our team is much better and likable for guaranteeing the artist's rights. Also, our team is much reliable for the artists to depend for their own artwork. The status quo. These days, many people use AI, and utilizing AI became really common action. However, many companies of AI, such as ChatGPT or Microsoft Bing, is just using the data of the artist without no copyright or any permission. Many artists are really struggling with this situation, and we think the problem that our Honorable Prime Minister had claimed is a very important problem. I'm the government reply of the government team, and I'm here to deliver 2 points of why our argument and speech were better and why we had won the debate. But before going on to our 2 points, let me emphasize our best argument, artist rights, which was also our first argument. So, Madam Speaker, please remember that everyone has the basic right, and the opposition team is just opposing and ignoring the basic right of artists. This time, I will proclaim what right of artists we're talking about is protected. Is protecting the copyright of the artwork, and copyright is a right to protect one's work, and it is really important for the artist. I think that the opposition team is too cruel to not understand the important right of the artist, and I want the opposition to think again about the right of the artist, unless I think our argument was better. Now I will move to my 2 points, and first, She, the leader of opposition, had claimed that the stakeholders has the benefit when the motion passes. However, what she had claimed is wrong by two reasons. A, there are more harms rather than benefits, and B, they didn't understand the basic right of artists, and what they had argued is a very rare situation. Therefore, her argument doesn't stand. Before I deliver our second argument, I just want to say thank you to the deputy leader of opposition. She had claimed that AI will get advanced if their motion passes. It is true, but what is the benefit that is better than the loss? Nothing. As you see, her argument doesn't stand anymore. Lastly, moving on to a word comparison. If the opposition's motion passes, the world will be non-democratic world. On the other hand, if our motion passes, because our team is focusing and guaranteeing artists' right, our world is much better. Thus, the opposite team is arguing that the AI is not completely copying the artist's work, but it is wrong. If they're right, the motion doesn't exist. We want to establish a fair society, and I'm proud to propose that we won the debate. Thank you for listening.
All right, thank you all for the round. I will now deliberate for up to 15 minutes and then deliver my adjudication.